Okay, Alan. The Senate Finance just passed several bills in one bill, and in those included is the food tax. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, the bishops in the church always have to line up with the gospel. I mean, you can't pick and choose in the gospel. You have to line up with it. And therefore, no matter what they do to the bill and adding things, as long as the food tax is in there, we will line up with the poor and oppose it. There's no question about it. The gospel is very clear. One thing that is not gray, it's black and white. Jesus was with the poor. And this is an attack on the poor. No matter what you add, other taxes you add in there, we're happy about progressive taxes. We want progressive taxes. But this regressive tax that falls on children, working families, that does not line up with gospel value to tax the poor.
How do you feel about this food tax being wrapped in other taxes right now? That
Well,
does that make it more or less palatable, or I guess do you feel there's a political motivation behind?
Oh, I'm
putting-
sure there's political motivations. They're trying to be able to accommodate legislators, but I keep telling the Jesus story. Well, if you don't get the Jesus story, how about Jiminy the Cricket? Somebody's got to be on the shoulder of the legislators talking about their conscience. You're still, no matter how you package it and how you wrap it, you've got a tax on food for the poor and the working middle class. And there's a lot of people that are working hand to mouth, and you're wanting to put this tax on them. Seniors are on a fixed income. That is a direct tax on them. Seniors, on children, and therefore we would still like for the legislators to pull out that food tax and find another option.
Is there? I guess the question would be then: do you think the general public and folks know that this is being done at this late hour, and this towards the end of the session? And,
Well, we're trying to communicate with people so they can understand. When somebody says, "Well, it's a full package," that does not mean that on the floor you can't put amendments to correct it. It needs to be corrected. The food tax is still needs to be pulled out of it, and we'll still keep pushing that to the end. I mean, where else can we go? We must line up with the poor. That's the mission. That's why we're here.